Yo, what's up? This your boy, Comes to the Universe, aka Poet Lounge, aka PD Mossberg, and we are here today, as you can see, with the shirt, because I'm gonna chew up this movie with this review. Now, look, if y'all have not seen the new Ant-Man movie, I will give you a few seconds to depart. Stop the video, go watch the movie, and then when you finish watching the movie, come back and watch this video. Alright, so take a second. Excuse me. Alright, y'all gone yet? If you haven't left at this point, you don't want to watch the movie. You want to hear me talk about it, right? So, first of all, the movie starts off with this man, Ant-Man, Fishu, right? He's a celebrity now because he done did all the movies, right? Now, according to his movie, timelines of past events, is saving the world from the bleep and Endgame and all that, whatever. So he writes a book about it, and now he's famous. Everybody know him. But I find it funny that when he goes into the store, he thought he was Spider-Man, and he gave him, you know what I'm saying, the drinks for free, right? But when he really realized who he was, he charged him. Even though he still was a superhero. It was hilarious. But basically, so now, their whole family. And then, his daughter's super genius now too. So she's studying the quantum realm, right? They're doing the quantum realm, right? And I got some notes. Now, she technically sends signals down there, right? And there's things down there that receives the signal. Now, the mother came back from that place and never told what was there, what she experienced, right? So it's a lot of themes that we're going to touch on today in this one movie, right? But check it out. So I wrote some thoughts down because it was kind of like outrageous. Now, one thing I noticed about this movie that I didn't really like was one thing that we all know, right, is that physics is physics. And then quantum physics is quantum physics. It's completely separate. Meaning the laws of quantum does not adhere to the laws of the big world physics. Now in this movie, right, there was supposed to be like people there, living there, and it was supposed to be like, basically a whole world like that. And then it was like, all right, well, it was operating in a certain way where there was humans there, right? It was different humans. And the way they, the air was air, like they was able to breathe it. And certain things in this movie just didn't make sense right off the back, right? So my thing is also like, why is it that whenever movie makers make a movie about something that's like a pure place, right? It could have been anything, right? But they make it into a place where there's liquor, where they can drink spirits there. And so the same spirits of alcohol is in that quantum realm existence. The war, right, is in that world, right? The indigenous story. Like they like some people, the people that run this world, right, whether they be wicked or just empathetic, they always have the same story running, right? Like the guy with the third eye, now all of a sudden his forehead lights up when he reads the minds of people. It was kind of crazy, right? I don't understand like how they have metal crafts and things in a world that's not physics, like it's quantum physics, right? But for the movie purposes, I guess it's whatever, right? So then why is it also classism in this quantum realm, right? You got the indigenous people, right? They sound real horrible, right? Like when Ant-Man and the other girl was captured, they was moving them and they were scared, right? They didn't understand the words they were saying. Everybody was chanting something. I even thought it was going to do something to them, right? So then this alien makes him drink the alien. The alien itself is like a juice. He feeds it to the humans. They drink it, and then they can understand them. And when he drank it, it was like they was just saying, drink the goo," right? And they was all nice and like, you know what I'm saying. So it's kind of funny how like language barriers and sounds of different languages, because you don't know it, can, make you think that it's something hostile when it's really not. The other people that was there was like richer. It was Bill Murray, right? He got a craft and he flying around, and you know what I'm saying. And then like, so the mother knew him, right? Right. The mother, but mind you, she had a whole husband anyway. But when she was in the quantum realm, she was in there for so many years that she got lonely. So she knew this guy, right? And then this guy tried to turn her into the other guy, which was like the destroyer of the world. Because it always has to be some human that gets trapped somewhere to make it become like how everywhere else is destructed and destroyed, right? So that's what they was trying to say. But then he had to be black too, and then we're gonna get to him. But so the Bill Murray guy was like, he was like the richer guy. They had the bar. You know what I'm saying? They had the people serving drinks. You can get drunk. You know what I'm saying? It was, they had, you know what I mean? The indigenous people, their houses literally was alive. Like their houses was living things that had defenses, and you know what I mean? It was like alive. So, that was cool. Funny thing is that like whenever you find like these wicked people that create like ideas of a new world, it's always like them going there, them saving something. It's always like, like they always create in environments of war and chaos and things. It's always that with this being. You know what I'm saying? No matter where it's at. It's how you know like the quantum realm has nothing to do with that. Like, let's just get that right away. Like, it's nothing, has nothing to do with none of that stuff that they show you in this movie. This movie probably would have been a better movie had it been like Star Wars or Star Trek, and just, based on some off-world planet that, they do that so much that we just be like, whatever. But as far as them trying to get into the quantum with it, it was like, yeah, I don't really know. They tried to make it seem like it evolved. They tried to touch on other aspects of time and things, right? So, like, that destroyer dude had this killer robot, the ultimate weapon. It was that big face guy that I think Spider-Man and them be fighting sometimes, with the little arms and the little legs. They be floating around. Y'all know him if y'all know the comics and all that. I know the comics, but I forget his name. I always get him confused with the Beyonder. But I'm the Beyonder. But anyhow, right? That dude was the dude from the first Ant-Man movie. The B-Man was that guy. Apparently, he got found by this guy that was exiled, right? In this, and they try to make the quantum realm seem like the realm with beyond time, like outside of time. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I hate when they make movies and then they bring civilizations, and I mean I guess they try their best, but it's like you make all creations the same. Like everybody, like it's like, come on, man. Like the quantum realm, I don't even think the life forms would have been looking like humans at all. Like none of them. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason they was there anyway, right? Anyway, the tech was cool in the movie. It was a lot of good tech. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that guy that had the glowing forehead, he was like, you know what I mean? It was a omega sign basically on his forehead that kind of lit up whenever he read somebody's minds. He was black too, by the way. You know. Yeah. So basically, the bad guy, or the destroyer, he had a ship, right? And the ship could travel through the multiverse. Basically, this is where they go into this now. We know the deeper meanings behind this, but I'm just gonna explain it how they, it was a ship basically. He had a ship, he had a drive, it had like a yellow power source in it, and he was gonna like use it to get out of the quantum realm, and he can go anywhere, not just that space. Like he not just have to grow big and be back in the 3 dimension that they was in. He can like go to all alternate timelines and you know what I'm saying? Any point in the timeline and he was kind of like a destroyer. You know what I'm saying? A conqueror. You know what I'm saying? Now mind you, that man Ant-Man, the old dude that made Ant-Man sue his wife, she knew Bill Murray and she knew this guy. She slept with these two guys. You see what I'm saying? And then this guy was gonna take her back home, but he was like, she touched the thing. She helped him build it, found the energy for it. Took him man long, whatever. She touched it, and then all of a sudden she seen he was killing everything, and then she tried to like basically make the thing grow big, and it cracked, and it was like looked like a planet, but it wasn't, and it was just like damaged, right? And he couldn't go nowhere, mind you. He was stuck there again, right? So mind you, his wife didn't even tell her husband none of this until she was caught, like, faced with it. Like, when Bill Murray actually made the gesture that it went down like that, when they was in the craft leaving, right, after fighting the escape, she like, yeah, I got lonely. I had needs. You see what I'm saying? So the husband, like, these movies, they got to make everything like Adam and Eve, right? Like, she ate the apple, so he followed behind her, right? So basically, he's like, yeah, I did too. And then she like, what happened? Why didn't it work out? She wasn't you. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like, they try to like make it like, please, man. Brothers don't feel like that no more. Women be disrespecting men too much. Not all women and not just women in general, but like girlfriends and like we ain't got time for the mind frames of them right now. I love them, but you know what I'm saying? Their mind states is not ready, right? So basically, it was like the shit was connected to his thoughts, right? Right? So his mind and worked or whatever, boom. You know what I'm saying? And basically, he threatened Ant-Man. He was on some like, yeah, yo, I'll kill your daughter in front of you and then loop the time and then make you watch it over and over and over again so you want to die. So Ant-Man said, here you go. He had to, now mind you, this guy is all this powerful being and all that, but he don't have the power to fix his own drive and he need a ship to travel the multiverse and all that. Now mind you, we know what a ship really is. Like this body is a ship. Your body is a ship. You know what I'm saying? For spirit. So, you know what I mean? And connected to the mind, right? Your body's connected to the mind. See what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they were trying to be funny. So they want to make it external. So it was all kinds of... Now, the thing had this setup, right? Once Ant-Man went in it with the tachyons, because the other guy couldn't... All his power and destruction and conquering ability, and he can't even fix this thing. He need Ant-Man to shrink it and all that. So they go into the core of this thing. And in the core of this thing, right? They said it was you're in a possibility, right? And he said he was in a probability storm. What happened was when he tried to walk closer to this machine, once he shrunk down, he turned into two people. And they was arguing with each other. Like, yo, I'm the real one. I'm the real one. Then they turned into four people. Both of them split. And then another one split out. Then they just started splitting. So many people, it was just ridiculous, right? It was just mad at them. And they was all like arguing. And it was one with like I guess a coffee shop thing. Like not all of them was Ant-Man. Not all possibilities was Ant-Man. But he was still Ant-Man, but he wasn't like Ant-Man. Like if Ant-Man never had the suit. You know what I mean? So then it was all of them. Mind you, the father and them flying their ship, you know what I mean? Coming through. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get to this orb or whatever. Bow, they coming in, the Wasp girl go in, and then she starts splitting to mad versions of herself too. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when they thought about the daughter, when Ant-Man thought about his daughter, is when all of the possibilities of the multiple opportunities or ways that he can grow or become, and they was all there. They started working together, but before that, they was all trying to get to this core by themselves, and some of them was growing big. But when they get big, they would break to little pieces and fall. So they would break into mad little hems and fall. And he almost got buried under like a mountain of hems. And then they heard his daughter tell him not to give up or come back or something like that. And then they all was like, yo. And they just started pulling him up. Like they knew who he was. They all pulled him up and they did like how ants do and made a little ant hill thing so he could climb to the top. And then they started falling, and the Wasp girl was all herself was coming, and then they did the little toroidal spin energy looking thing, and then they all came together. She grabbed them, whatever, boom, whatever. They tried to throw the thing in there, fried, you know what I'm saying? And then they just threw mad at them in there, and basically they shrunk it, right? So the guy didn't even want to give her back the daughter, nothing like that. He basically wanted to wipe out millions of timelines. You know what I'm saying? Like the bad guy. He said he's seen himself in different timelines wasting time. So he felt he needed to end the world and it was going to end. So he felt that he needed to bring the end faster than watching it slowly happen, I guess. And I'm like, why? How would you see the very thing and then become it? You see what I'm saying? Like, that's so stupid. Like, he would say he observed and then he was like, I gotta destroy it because I have to. So then he became a conqueror. You know what I'm saying? Which was stupid to me. That was like one of the dumbest things, like, ever. Like, if that's what you was gonna do, you should have just did that. Like, that should have just been your original idea and thought. That shouldn't have been like oh, I observed this, I seen it, so now I'm gonna do it. Like, he literally became what he saw. You know what I'm saying? And I think he was killing himself, but he was also killing the whole dimension. So he probably was doing like the one with Jet Li, but instead of just killing his individual self, which is stupid. You're killing your multi-self, your multi-possibility. That's like you killing a possibility. Like, yo, I could win the lottery maybe, but you know what? Let me kill that possibility by never playing the lotto. See what I'm saying? So hence you would never win it. See what I'm saying? So that would be the same equivalent. Whatever. They get the thing, his ship come back up. They got these big, spinning like cogs, everything like a big cog thing moving around, psychic energy and all that, whatever. And that remind me of that room in the 13 Ghosts where the floor started doing that spinning thing. You see what I'm saying? But it wasn't just a bunch of circles within circles. It was like circles rotating around. And then it was like this blue field that was coming in. It was going to like force field or aura. So it was doing like 0 point energy. And you know what I'm saying? That kind of generation of energy that's perpetual. That how crafts fly and all that, whatever. And, of course, they was faulted, Yo, the ants fell through the portal with the guy, right? And basically they evolved also. You know what I'm saying? And they evolved years, like 100 years in a day. And they were so smart that they was able to build a whole colony. So they helped also take down this guy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really like this movie nonetheless. I felt like they were stealing things. I feel like, leave the quantum world pure and basically don't taint it with your ideologies and your energies. You know what I'm saying? He basically went back to being himself at the end of the movie. He was just doubting himself a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? So, that was the movie. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? Take it for what you want to take it as. And it's your boy, Cups the Universe, a.k.a. Poet Lounge, a.k.a. Pete Mossberg, and I'm out. Peace.